Hi everyone, welcome to my new camera and welcome to my messy room. So we're doing a get things sorted with me. I'm packing my gym bag for Monday, sorting out my room. I'm actually running laundry right now. Say hi to Sama. He's annoyed with me and moved off the bed, which is good. And I have to actually bake 20-liter mascots. I did 20-liter of muffins last night. It's 2 orders. It's actually for one person, but they wanted them at 2 different days, which is good. I didn't have to do 40-liter in one day. So there's that. So let's sort out my room. I'm doing the laundry. I'm just being that girl today. My idea of being that girl. And it's currently just before 1. I only just had coffee and I'm going to 12. That's my excuse. I'm lying. Just didn't want to wake up. But that's true. But I just didn't want to wake up. Okay, let's get things sorted. Hey. Good morning, sweet. Okay, so as you all can see, it's definitely not Saturday. It's Sunday. And yeah, apologies for looking cranky and not put together. This is how I look when I wake up, okay? So I finished iwashing izolo. Futhi not yonke. I have 1 load running right now because amanzi aphelile. Welcome to service delivery. I'm Twalume. Amanzi aphelile and what else happened? And okay, then I was just demotivated to be using the tank and all of that. So I'm continuing now, and I also finished baking, and Sama is enjoying himself. Finished baking. They just collected the scones this morning, and let me go wash my face and see how the day goes. I am currently having breakfast. It's 12:20 and I'm only having breakfast now. Black coffee, no sugar, and scones with a scrambled egg. My sister made it for me. My 8-year-old sister. So, what did I want to talk about? I want to talk about alcohol. That's my video this week. That's the tip. Why do I not drink? And so the reason why I don't drink, there's a background story to it. So I used to drink. I actually started very early. The first thing I ever drank was a Savannah. But the first day I drank, I really didn't like the feeling of being drunk the next day. But obviously everyone was drinking, so it was like, this is normal, this is part of being Pooza. So I was like, okay, that's it. And then I did for about, say, 4 years, because I used to drink before it was legal for me to drink. I would drink on seasons, on the festive season, yabo. And then when it was legal for me to drink, would go out and then I'd have a drink or two. And yeah, mostly cocktails, vodka-based cocktails most of the time. In December, yeah, it was the last December that I drank, 2018. I was drinking and I had a blackout. I drank too much. We had a drink-a-thon of tequila. And I was like, no, this is too much. And on that day, it was the 24th of December, I said I'm not going to drink anymore. But I did drink in Jan again, which was the very last time I actually even drank. Because I sat and reflected in... Obviously, you usually wake up and say, I'm never drinking again if... My sister is coughing, by the way. I usually wake up and say I'm never going to drink again once you have a really bad hangover. So on the 24th of December, on the 25th of December 2018, it was basically that. It was me hating how I felt. And then I reflected on it. Why did I hate how I felt? I hated because I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't remember what I did and what I didn't do. And I didn't like not having that control. So then again, in Jan, we went out, Cubana, Florida. We just hit Florida, and then where else did we go? Oh, we ended up at Ekakasini in a club in Durban after Cubana closed at 2. We went to a club. I stayed for about 2 hours, and I was just too tired. And then I decided that no, I'm not gonna do this again. And I actually didn't since then. Since January 2019, I stopped drinking. And it's been 2019, 2020. It's the end of my 3rd year not drinking. And I'm actually happy that I didn't. More than anything, I'm writing a blog about alcohol, which I would recommend that you read so that you get the full story of me and my not drinking, because I'm going to be more detailed today. But sometimes I feel like my late dad made poor decisions because of alcohol. And when I reflected and decided that I'm no longer going to drink, and yes, I'm very judgmental of abantu abadala. I'm not going to sit down and say... I'm judgmental of the decisions that people do because they are drunk. I never take a person seriously who says, no, I did that because I was drunk. Yeah, you know that you do stupid decisions when you're drunk, so why are you drinking? If you go to be a klulu, just stop. If you still make rational decisions, which you're unlikely to do, then it's fine, continue drinking. But if you're going to be making weird decisions and justify it kojwala, then I'm sorry, I'm judging you. And a lot of people do that, those weird decisions, do izinto ezingasile, and say it's because of alcohol. I feel, as I was saying, my dad started drinking at a very young age. Not at a very young age for me. I was young when I was seeing it. And there I was like, I'm not going to drink. Then obviously I ended up drinking. And then when I reflect even now, I always say a lot of the things and time robbed between myself and my dad was because most of the time he was drunk, and his life was actually even short because he was waipus baba, like kakhulu, and that messed with his life, our lives, and probably even cut his life short. So when he passed, it was 2017. Whenever I reflect on why I stopped drinking alcohol, I always say one of the reasons why, because I was not even drinking at the time that he passed away, 2017. I only went back to it got December low, and then after that I was like, no, I'm done with this. And I honestly feel like if it's making you do irrational decisions, if it's making you do things you'd never do when you are not drunk. He was not a violent person, but he's never been. When you see me as a calm person, which is like 5% of the time, it's from my dad. My dad was the calmest, kindest person. And when he's drunk, he'd sing. It would be jolly, but he would make decisions that he'd put alcohol first and not have money for transport, not have things like that. And you're like, I don't want to be ruled by alcohol like this. I don't want to wake up and forget stuff, just like my dad would wake up and doesn't know what happened to his money. I didn't want that, and that's the reason why I stopped drinking. And I get so upset when I see people close to me making decisions that are weird and claim it on alcohol, because I feel like, okay, I might lose another person because of alcohol. That's the tea. That's the reason why I do not drink. And that's the reason why I'm judgmental about people about that why. I'm not going to be pushing around and say, no, no, Mina, if you make stupid decisions like because you're drunk, I have a problem with you. If you're going to be making decisions, guys who are drunk in your house, probably putting your children at risk, I have a problem with you, because I don't like that circle. I don't like the fact that there are always people who really, really is into puza. They're probably going to always be people that are drinking around your place. And if you have a kid, you're not thinking for them. And I don't want to be that parent for my children. That's the decision that, those are things that I'm dealing with, because whenever I say I don't want children, when I go on reflection mode, I realize that it's some of the things that I look at my parents. When I look at things that I don't want to do, I look at my mom and I realize, oh, I don't want to do this because it's what my mom used to do. So I've decided that I felt like she was a bad parent in doing certain things, so I don't want to do those mistakes, and I don't want my kids thinking that I'll be a bad parent, so that's why I don't do those things. So I'm now working on things that I don't want to do, and working on things and healing from those things, because I think once I'm ready to have children, of which I think maybe in the next 5 years I'll be, I want to bring children that are not going to be dealing with things of me healing from the fact that I felt like alcohol was more important to my dad than I was. Healing from the fact that many decisions that could have been done and could have been avoided were simply because my parents were drinking, and I don't want to be my children to be dealing with things like that. I don't want my children to be healing from the fact that I'm not there because of party and I wanted to go there and didn't tuck in my kids. Maybe I won't be the best parent in the world, but I just want to be able to give my children, when I do have children, a life that doesn't involve alcohol. And that's why I put it on myself even before I stopped drinking. It was a goal every time to not date somebody who drinks, because I didn't like guys who drink, because I would look at my dad and say, yes, probably started kancane naye, as in going out, and then he ended up being msebenzi wotshwala. So I didn't want, I've never, and I don't want to. If we date and you start drinking, that's a deal breaker. Okay, I'll talk about everything in my paper, not my paper, in my blog that I'll be publishing today or tomorrow, probably simultaneously to this blog, because I think this will come out tomorrow, being Monday. Okay, I'll take a good lawami. guys, I've actually taken a bath. Kibuhle. We are currently load shedding. I'm cooking. So I've basically done everything that mom asked me to do. The only thing that's now left is that having pie was 6. When electricity is back, I'm currently finishing up with the guests. She said I must do laundry, wash up his hair and dry it. What else did you say I must do? Cook. Didn't cook yesterday. Had bread. She was not here. So I cooked today because she's coming back. What else? And I've actually taken a bath and I had an orange and I spilled it all over my t-shirt, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is my official goodbye video because the only thing that's now left is us having dinner, and that's it. Bye.